Hey everyone, what is going on? My name's MrWombat and welcome back to the channel. In today's Payday 2 video, we're going to be talking about everything new in update 217 for Payday 2, which I've got to say, for the first update of 2022, has set a bit of a confusing precedent, because there's been a few things in this update that just haven't made sense or haven't worked right. We'll get into it. Overall, it's a pretty decent update. It is a free update, and it's more of a sign of things to come with the things they've added, but we're going to talk about everything new and get straight into it. Apologies, I keep saying this, but I'm sorry I keep disappearing. I am actually going to be finished with university as of Sunday. After nearly 5 years, I'll be done. And I have got some pretty cool plans for Payday 2 content. I'm not just saying that. I genuinely do plan on getting some updates being regular again and just general content coming out. So look forward for more of that stuff soon. And as always, as you expect with these updates, 7 PM GMT, that's UK time tonight, twitch.tv/RedArcherLive. I'll be playing the update live. Feel free to come and hang out. We'll have a good time, and maybe I'll get to 3,000 followers finally. I am trying. Either way, let's get into the update. There are 3 key things I want to talk about in this update, but before we get into that, I would like to first mention the free weapon charm that is available in the game as a small add-on, because you can get the King of Beasts to celebrate Chinese New Year. Weapon charm is in the game. You can see a picture on screen now. Let's get into the 3 main things of the update though. So we've got 3 key things to talk about in this update. An exclusive weapon set, including talking about what the heck that is before I even go into it. We've got the quality of life updates, 2 of which, and then also a cross-promotional mask release with SteelSeries. Let's start off first with the weapon set. What is an exclusive set, you might ask? It's a brand new way to modify your weapon, a preset of mods to ensure a great firing and cool looking weapon without needing to unlock lots of different mods or spend the time experimenting. An exclusive set will perform equally well to what you can achieve by picking out the mods yourself, but unlike doing that, however, an exclusive set gives you a one quick click setup for a gun that will perform well and look good while doing so. So first off, what gun is it for, you might ask? Because I was asking that as well. I had to check with Overkill. They said they're going to update this description. Hopefully by the time my video goes live, it will actually be updated. But this is for the Car 4. They've released their first exclusive weapon set, gameplay of which you can see on screen. I haven't unlocked it yet, because to get it, you have to destroy a SWAT turret using only the Car 4. I did try and load in on Bank Heist on a couple of lower difficulties, hence the not so high action-packed gameplay. Forgive it, I was trying to get the achievement. I couldn't get one to spawn in, and I want to get the video out, so you can just see it in the black market here, so you can get an idea of what it looks like. The exclusive thing I'm getting from this is the way the gun looks and some of the attachments appear, because I can't see a suppressor that looks anything like that one in any of the standard suppressors, same with the barrel, but they are saying that you can get these gun stats just by doing base modification. So that is good, because as soon as I read about this, the first impression I got was that it was going to be like Call of Duty, where you go on the marketplace and you buy exclusive variants, that kind of thing, and I just, after the last microtransaction hoo-ha they had in 2015, they don't need to go down that road again, and I think they know that. So it did give that impression for a minute, but I'm glad that it isn't quite like that. The set does look good. It's a nice look for the gun. It is a bit weird, there's no kind of like customizable color to it, but I kind of am glad they're not doing that. Only because the more unique you make it, the more it's going to look like a Call of Duty gun where you're trying to get exclusive variants. But I do like that it's just changing the attachments, then you still put the colors or skins on related to whatever is going on with the gun. I believe you can still put a weapon skin on with this. The only thing you can't do, I've noticed, is I went to put a DMR kit on the Car 4 and it said you can't do that with the exclusive weapon set. So there are little bits that you can obviously not do with these sets, but generally it is a stat altering look to the gun. You can get those stats by putting on different attachments, but it won't look the same as the way it does in the weapon set. That's the impression. There's only one here. It seems very much like a sign of things to come, like there'll be more down the line. My biggest guess will be a DLC pack with them in. That just seems like the way they'll probably go with it. We'll see if I'm right. But either way, it seems like a decent feature, as long as they don't start charging for things that will actually change the stats of the gun in the game, as long as you can still earn all the attachments as was before. That's not too bad. Next up, let's look at quality of life updates. Like I said, there are 2 updates to talk about. First off, we have got the down counter. This will indicate how many times you and your fellow human heisters can be shot down before going into custody. Each player starts with a small 3 next to their name, or 4 if you have 9 lives aced, indicating they have all their downs left. And each time they get shot down by the cops, this number will go down as well. And if it goes to 0, you will not enter bleed out next time. You're shot down, you'll go straight into custody, and you need to find a doctor back. I think most players know that rule by now. But it is really good that you can see your downs on the screen now on the basic HUD. It was one of the things that drew me to Sydney HUD, was that it told you how many downs you had left and how many downs the other players had. That was one thing that originally pulled me into that mod. I liked that aspect of it. Having more of these things in the standard HUD makes it, you know, a bit less jarring and a bit less like you have to pick another HUD on PC because it doesn't tell you enough of some of the key things you'd like to know. I do really like that. And you can see gameplay here of me going down on very hard, which took a while because it's very hard, but you can see that my stat goes down from 4 times to 3 times. I had 9 lives aced, so I went from having 4 lives left to 3 lives left. Self-explanatory, works fine, really like it. Let's talk about the second quality of life feature now, the motion dot. There are a lot of players out there who may want to play FPS games, but can't or need to heavily limit their time due to motion sickness, sometimes called simulator sickness. There's a bit more advice on how you can deal with motion sickness if you want to read it, but now you have the option in-game to turn on a single static dot in the middle of your screen, because that can help prevent motion sickness, and you can choose from a few different sizes and colours to best suit your needs. Now, I'm going to be selfish here. I don't suffer from motion sickness in games, or not usually anyway, but I actually just really like a dot in the middle of the screen. It's actually surprised me. It seemed like a really odd thing, but as soon as I turned it on, I kind of went, oh, no, I'm vibing with this. I like this. I like being able to aim in the center of my screen a bit better and not have to guess where I'm landing headshots when I'm not ADSing. It's actually a really, really cool feature, and I like it a lot. The problem, however, arises from the fact that the dot is not actually centered correctly. Now, if this is a mod issue, I am going to sincerely apologize for this. Overkill are currently looking at this with the QA. I flagged it up for them, but I have pointed out that it is, I barely have any mods installed, so I don't think it's anything to do with mods. But you can see from the gameplay here that the dot isn't quite centered. When it's the big dot at 10 points size, it's pretty much centered. It's still slightly off to the left, but not enough to care. But when you make it really small, you can see the dot kind of fly off into the top left. Not massively, but enough to mean that it's not in the center of the screen and not really helping you aim if you're going to use it for that purpose. I know the idea is to help with motion sickness, but people like me are probably going to use this to actually aim your gun. So if it's not centered right, it's just not quite perfect, so that needs touching up. But generally, I do really like the feature. The improvements I'd actually like to see added to it now. I'd like to see a red option for it, because there's no red color, which is a bit weird. Or, like a laser value, get to choose it with, you know, the color hues and saturations, pick your own color. That would be cool too. If I can really be picky, add a couple of different types of reticles. Do one of the cross reticles, like the one you can see in GTA, mixed up a little bit. You know, give us a few options. I don't think I'll use them, but it'd be cool to have that customization, because this is a decent feature I never even thought of that I really like. So there you go. Finally, we have got the crossover mask with SteelSeries. This is the other slightly interestingly organized thing. SteelSeries have got their own unique mask you can claim for Payday 2, which takes their awesome mascot, Lars the Troll, and puts him into the game. It does look a bit like the Orc mask. You can see it on screen now. I would have gameplay in Payday 2, except you literally can't claim a code. Again, I've told Overkill, they're seeing what they can get done there. I don't know what's happened, whether it's on their side or SteelSeries' side, but you can't get the mask yet, so what am I meant to do? Basically, all you need to do to get the mask is head over to the Steam post. There is a link to the SteelSeries website where you can claim the mask. I will leave a link to it in the description to save you the time. You need to make an account on SteelSeries because I didn't have one. They're a tech company I honestly had not heard of till this point. Feel free to go and give them a look. They sell a bunch of different tech stuff, headphones, all that kind of thing. But if you want to, you make an account on there and you should be able to claim a code and then put it into Steam, have it for a masking game. It's just that right now you can't do that. So hopefully soon that gets fixed, but that's the mask on screen, as I've said, so you can look at it. I'll be honest with you, not really that big of a fan of it anyway, so I'm not really crying over not having it in game, but it's still another mask to add to the collection, you know? We can General Grievous it, we can be happy. But that is update 217. Like I said, there's not too much, but it just feels like in a couple of places the explanations just weren't great this year. It's not the best footing to get started off on Overkill, and I'm not being obviously rude, because the stuff is pretty good, but I just, you know, tell us next time what the guns are for the weapon set. Please make sure that the dots are centered on the screen, and I don't know what happened with the mask, but you know what they say, it always comes in threes, and there's our three little issues with this update. But overall, genuinely, despite the bashing, it's pretty good. I do like the update. It's quite simple, gets us off on the right foot, and I'm excited to see what else we get for Payday 2 this year. This is hopefully going to be the last year where Payday 2 is the only game getting constant updates from Overkill, because next year, as far as we know, unless we get a delay, Payday 3 will be releasing. So, last full year of full Payday 2 Soul support content. Get ready for it. It's going to be a good time, hopefully. But either way, thank you all very much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. It will show me you like this content and would like to see more. And if you happen to be new around here, or you find yourself coming back regularly, make sure you click that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. You can keep up to date with all my future content. 2021 has not been the best year for me gaining a bigger sized community and just regularly uploading videos, especially the second half of the year. Just the teaching placement and uni stuff has demolished that, and I cannot really apologise enough. There was nothing I could do about it because it just took up all my time. But I am really, really glad that now I've got the free time again. I really am glad. So 2022, as cringy as it sounds, I'm going to try and make my year and get some stuff pushed out on YouTube and Twitch, so look forward to it. I'll see you all on Twitch at 7 PM for the live stream. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the update. Until then, look after yourselves, stay safe, and I will see you all very soon. Thanks for watching.